everybody, welcome to I Command, and good luck to everybody at Adepticon that's playing in tomorrow's tournament. Tomorrow is Friday. We've got the two tournaments happening on Friday and Saturday. Good luck to everybody over there. And yeah, let's jump into this. So what we're looking at today is, so for those who don't know, the IACP holds two competitive leagues each season, usually after the play testing is done, so during the approved play season. Two leagues, they're usually 6 weeks long of Swiss rounds and then a cut to top 8, or at least that's what we've been doing for this season. This is the second competitive league, and by the way, we call them competitive leagues, but they're free and there's no prizes, so they're pretty casual, and people can change their lists to whatever they like each round for each week that they play. But we had over 20 players in this particular league. This was the second league for season 6. And what we're looking at here is going to be the top 8 match between Kyle and Derek. And we're doing something a little different for this top 8 now for the league. Instead of just letting people change their lists as they want, we're actually running this more like a tournament. So each player has to lock in their list before their top 8 game. And that's the list they're going to play for the rest of their matches going into top 4 and the finals. And we asked everybody to lock their lists in by tomorrow, the 25th, just so that nobody's, looking at Adepticon results and changing their list based on that. But so this should be really interesting. We're gonna kind of get a real result from this tournament, from this final top 8 for this league. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've actually got a really interesting matchup for this top 8 game. And thank you for Derek for sending this game log to me. We've got. So Kyle's up here on the top left in the blue deployment zone. He looks like he's using an older module for Vassal, so 2 of his cards probably got updated by that and are not showing up. But the blank cards in his list are the Mandalorian, the new one from season 6, and then Clan of 2, which also got an errata, a minor errata to make it work better. He's also playing Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt, Dr. Aphra, Bib Fortuna, and then Heavy Fire and Punishing Strike. And we'll look at Punishing Strike here. This is a card that, I guess we can't really look at it in his hand, but this is a card that we don't see too often in competitive play, but it's a fun one. It's a 2-point skirmish upgrade for Scum, and it says whenever a figure would deal a condition to another figure or to a figure, you can exhaust Punishing Strike and you deal a different condition instead. So if you would like weaken somebody, you can exhaust Punishing Strike to stun them instead, which is usually how you see that used. And now let's look at Derek's list. So Derek also running Mandalorian, but he is running the one from season 4. This is the 8-point Mandalorian. Yes, for those that didn't know, the season 6 was actually the second Mandalorian the ISP made. That show is very popular with the steering committee. But we've got IG-11 and Mandalorian together. We've also got Onar Koma, Jabba the Hutt, again Dr. Aphra and Bib Fortuna. Then we've got a regular Jawa, and we've got Clan of 2 on the Mandalorian. So they're bringing the child along with him, and then it looks like Devious Scheme. So that means that Derek got to choose his deployment zone, and also gave initiative to Kyle in round 1 here. So Kyle's got initiative. And we're playing on Stashed Away, so that's the one where you have to control the crates. And for each crate you control, you get 2 VPs at the end of each round. Also, the doors will each open one at a time, or two at a time, excuse me, each round, though they are unlocked. So we could have all 4 doors open by the end of round 1 if both players open at least 1 door. All right, so let's go into it. We've got both players have drawn. It'll be interesting. So Mando versus Mando. There's been quite a bit of discussion on the current state of Mando. Let's bring up his card here. I guess I can't really do that. Oh, we can do it if we go. Will it be blank? Oh, look, there it is. So for some reason it's. Oh, he must have saved an old version and then loaded it. But if you spawn it from the figure, it shows it. So here we go. Here's the new current version of Mando. No longer gets free Clan of 2, so he is effectively 11 points with Clan of 2 attached. And then he has Beskar Spear and Protective Fire. Let's compare to the other Mandalorian for 8 points, so 2 points less. He has Beskar Armor, so he gets 2 block tokens. He has Disruptor Rifle, which is same as the Snowtroopers. He is the original progenitor of this ability. Basically means that if you attack something and then it has 1 health left, it dies. And then Din's Wrist Flamethrower, so this is a weaker version of Boba's Flamethrower. in that it costs an action, but you get to move 2 spaces, but there's no weaken. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see these 2 figures going head to head. All right, so Derek going first. Oh no, couldn't have been Derek. So it looks like, okay, Kyle passed. So he's down on activation to Derek. So Kyle with that initiative passing. Derek going to activate Jabba, draws a card, got to focus Mando. Looks like Kyle gets to pass again. Bib Fortuna going to play planning here for Derek, drawing 2 cards. Doesn't have any VPs, so he can only focus 1 figure, so he's going to focus Onar. So now it's on Kyle, who can no longer pass. So that tells me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Kyle only has 5 activations. So job activation for Kyle, going to draw a card and focus his Mandalorian. Now I should mention, Kyle's played this list before. He actually played it in the free tournament on the February 26th. We didn't show that because what happened was Kyle accidentally had an extra point in that list because the list builder he was using hadn't been updated. So it wasn't showing that Clan of 2 should have cost 1 point instead of 0. So unfortunately, he didn't get to play in the top one, but he was undefeated in the Swiss in that tournament. And so it'll be really cool to see him using this list here now that he's updated it. I believe he had to drop extra armor from the original list that he was using on the 26th to make it legal. So he's going to be going without extra armor, which is a big deal. That's a lot of extra defense for Boba and his Mando. They're not going to have access to. All right, looking back at the game, it looks like Bib Fortuna has focused Boba Fett on Kyle's side. And we've got the regular Jawa running over to the crate on Derek's side of the field. All right. Afra going to activate here, going to take control of the terminal. Now Derek's Afra is going to activate. So this is going to be interesting. If planning is the only card that gets discarded this round, there's going to be a bit of a war between the 2 Afras for who gets to play the planning from the graveyard. Or discard pile, I should say. Derek activating IG-11. Interesting that he didn't position his figures all the way up to the edge there. There must be some kind of positioning. I think he's trying to stay 1 back away from that edge because either either Boba or Derek's Mando could get past that blocking terrain and shoot down into Derek's area. So it makes sense for him to be keeping IG-11 back a little further to stay out of line of sight. All right, Boba Fett activating. We're going to bring up Boba's card here. He's got some cool abilities. So it looks like he's using wrist cord there to push Mando 3 spaces. Figure up to 3 spaces. Yeah, so some really nice movement there from kind of almost a support manner. It used to be that it stunned. Oh, sorry, that was Boba's ability counter up here. So marking off that wrist cord has been used. Thought I had something playing in the background there. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Boba has it used to stun actually, I believe, when it was first made way back in like season 2 or beginning of season 3, but that ended up being pretty broken. We found just really difficult to deal with the stun from Boba. But now that it doesn't stun, it can be much more easily used to help out friendly figures. So that's really cool. I like that he's using it that way. I don't often see people using wrist cord that way on friendly figures. So giving Mando a lot of extra movement. And then I'm going to move all the way back with a double move to the terminal. So Kyle leaving Mando at his last activation. Now we have Afra activating for Derek. And oh nice, so Kyle activating Mando, gonna activate the child first, and that's gonna let him play field tactician with the child. Oh no, is it not? Oh no, it's not. It's Derek's Mando's doing this. That's really good, right? Oh nice. Okay, so gonna play to the limit. So that's going to let him attack Mando here with a focus. So, and of course, Disruptor Rifle, but I don't think it's going to come into play here. So doing a nice 9 damage to Mando. So Mando activated for Kyle, but he didn't do anything. And then now we've got Derek's Mando, who activated the child first. I'm not sure. I don't see the child being exhausted, so maybe that was Afra that activated to play Field Tactician. I'm gonna back it up a little bit. That's the problem with watching these logs this way. Okay. So Kyle's Mando activated. Now it's Derek's Mando activating. Field Tactician gets played. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that must have been the child that did that. And so now that lets Mando move, activates, moves, and now is going to do... He must be doing... what is to the limit for? I'm not sure what to limit is being used for. Because he can't flamethrower from there. I mean, he could, but it would be pointless. I imagine he's going to use it after he attacks. So, anyway. Okay, so he's going to attack Mando. Does 9 damage, which is fantastic. He definitely max rolled there. And then Element of Surprise helps a lot. Okay, so now Kyle is going to... His Mando is going to use Protective Fire. So he's going to attack Derek's Mando, who spends a block token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 damage going through. Oh, he's going to reroll. I believe that's still 5. What is this? Looks like Kyle. Oh, I think what happened was To the Limit must have been discarded for Bib Fortuna as illicit arms. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So that's what happened. So, and now we see the same thing. Exposed Weakness is being discarded by Kyle for Bib Fortuna's ability, which is illicit arms. So he's going to add a damage there, I think. Yep, there we go. Okay, so Derek's Mando takes 7. Now he is stunned, so that means he did use To the Limit for something. I cannot tell what it is, though. He must have done 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I see what he did. So he basically used To the Limit to get 2 movements. He did what is it called? He did Wrist Flamethrower to get 2 extra movement, and then he used To the Limit off of that to attack. So he didn't really get to do any damage with the Wrist Flares, just for the extra movement. And that's interesting. So now he's going to have to activate the child first next turn to get rid of that stun. But he could kill Kyle's Mando. Maybe not if he uses Force Exhaustion. Looking at Derek's Mando, he's only got 12 health versus 14. And he's going to have to eat another return fire if he attacks from there. Alright, so that's the end of round 1. Looks like Derek's got 6 VPs from... Oh, interesting. So he teleported the child up with Clan of 2, so he's controlling 3 crates. Nice. Alright, so these doors are going to open. And now Derek is going to get initiative here. Let's see. I don't see the initiative token. There it is, down in the corner. Alright, but we do have start of round cards, so Fuel Upgrade getting played by Kyle. Really good with Mando and Boba. That's going to give them +1 speed and +1 evade for the rest of the round. And now... Okay, so we've got Excavation being used. Let's see. I'm not sure which cards they excavated. They do have some good choices here. Element, Planning. Let's zoom out and see. So it looks like Derek excavated planning, and I'm guessing Kyle excavated element of surprise. Now both players with Afra can choose the same card to excavate. However, if your opponent plays it first, then you don't get to play the card. So it kind of makes sense to choose a different target from your opponent just so you know you're going to have access to it. Okay, so looks like Derek activating Mando. He's going to activate the child first. So that's going to let him force heal his Mando and remove that stun. And now his Mando is going to activate, and looks like he's just going to attack Mando with Disruptor Rifle, which means I'm expecting him to try and run away to hold these points. If he was going to sacrifice Mando here, he would Flamethrower first and then Disruptor Rifle to make it more likely to proc. Because, yep, Kyle's going to use Force Exhaustion here off the child, which means that Derek has to remove an attack dice from his attack pool, and he becomes weakened. Interesting. So Kyle's going to combine that with Punishing Strike to stun Mando instead of weakening him. He still gets to attack, and that means he's not going to lose a surge, but it means he's going to be stuck there. That was pretty good. I think that might have caught Derek off guard, because he maybe would have flamethrowered instead if he knew that was coming, unless he's got a way to remove this stun. So yeah, he looks like he removed the red because he does need the blue and the green for accuracy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He does get the accuracy there. But he's dealing with fuel upgrade. 1, 2. That's rough. That's 1 damage. Ah, nice. Okay, so he's going to play opportunistic here, since he was able to deal 1 damage. So that lets Mando gain 3 movement points. And then he still has an action left to remove the stun, so he can still move back 3 movement points. I don't know if that gets him completely out of danger, though. He is going to... Yep, so he's going to give it to Mando, and then spend an action to remove the stun. Or not. What is he doing? Oh, are they undoing? Oh, Kyle gets to do protective fire first. So that's what they're doing. And so that's what's happening is Derek's child is using force exhaustion. So the same thing, weaken, removes the red dice, and it looks like he spent a block token. So I think he's doing 2 damage here. Kyle going to discard Dewanawanga to Bib's illicit arms ability, and that's going to let him shuffle it into his deck if he wants to do that. Yeah, so he shuffles that into his deck, and Derek's Mando takes 3 damage from that attack, and then same thing, going to move back and brings the child with him with Clan of 2. Alright, so now it's Kyle's activation. It's going to retreat his Mando back as well. So we had the 2 Mandos trade shots and then retreat back to each other's corners. This is going to give Derek a chance to move his Mando behind cover, although with Boba it's really difficult to hide a figure. Alright, so planning is going to get used by Derek from the discard pile, which is really strong with Afra, basically drawing 2 cards for free. And now I'm going to focus, who is that? Afra. So Derek focused Afra. And we've got Kyle activating his Bib Fortuna. I'm going to focus Dr. Afra as well, and then move back to Jabba. Alright. Regular Jabba activating for Derek, just going to stay there. And now it looks like Boba is activating, so I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flamethrower onto the child space. So that's going to be 1 damage, 1 strain, and weaken to 4 of Derek's figures. Except for Onar, who can't be weakened. So it looks like Derek's going to take it as damage on all of them except for Mando. I'm not sure what he discarded for Mando. Oh, here it is. The discarding heightened reflexes for the strain on Mando. What was definitely a figure that I think is really good. It's just I struggle with him, with playing him. But when you see a good player playing him, it's amazing some of the things he can do. So there's the weaken. All right, Afra gonna activate for Derek here. Gonna move up to the door and controlling the crate. So now Kyle's Afra is gonna open that door, which is gonna expose Derek's Afra to an order hit from Kyle's Jabba. Okay. Okay, Afra not gonna open door. Instead, gonna run down to the southern crate for Kyle. All right. So now Owner activating for Derek. Looks like he is double moving. Nice. He's going to move and then rush and throw Afra off of that crate. So now Owner's controlling it and Kyle is no longer contesting that. Jabba going to activate. Let's see. Looks like he's going to focus Mando, Phoenix, and draw a card. And now IG-11 activating for Derek. Going to control the two crates in the middle. So Derek definitely controlling the objectives here really well. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives under his control compared to no, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives. So that's 10 VPs. And now initiative is going to pass back to Kyle. Looks like Kyle's going to excavate fuel upgrade. Yeah, it's excavated. And then he's going to play second chance on his Mando, Phoenix. Okay, Derek's playing take initiative. Going to exhaust Bib for that. And now he's going to activate IG-11 first. So if he's got guild programming, he could push through second chance here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so he needs to deal 4 damage on the first attack to break second chance and then deal the 2 damage to kill him. But he does have fuel upgrade. Oh, that's a good roll and a bad roll for Kyle. So that's going to be, yeah, that's 5 damage going through. All right, so they're going to roll up for the next one. So second chance goes off. Is Kyle playing Iron Will here? Oh, sorry guys. This must be this is protective fire. So protective fire, Kyle's Mando is shooting back at IG. IG played Iron Will. So IG takes 3, and now because Onar is there, Onar's playing extra protection. So it looks like he's going to go for the kill on Mando. So Onar takes out Mando with extra protection. So that's for those that want to see it. Since IG-11 was within 2 spaces of Onar and took 3 damage, Onar gets to move 2 spaces and perform an attack with his command card. Okay, so now we still have the second attack from Rapid Fire from IG-11. And I should bring up his card here just so everybody can see what he does. So now he's free to attack Kyle's Afra. And it's going to be focused. No dodge for Afra. Derek has a reroll. I'd imagine he would reroll the blue to try and get the... Oh, he doesn't need to because Afra took 1 from Rush. So all he needs to do is discard a card to Bib Fortuna's illicit arms here, and she's dead. It's going to reroll the green. Well, that does it too. Yep, so she's dead. So that was big. Afra and Phoenix dead on Kyle's side. On top of 10 VPs from objectives being gained there. Kyle still has Boba, and he does have Jabba and Bib. Alright, Alright, Kyle gonna activate Boba, who is on the terminal. Gonna play Urgency, but it gets negated by Derek. Alright, so he's gonna step forward 1 space and attack Derek's Afra. That's 6 damage. That'll kill her. Derek's on the board. He gets 1 point from Jabba as well. And he's going to move over, and it looks like he is going to play Mandalorian Tactics, I'm assuming. I don't see the card, though. Oh, this is must be a flamethrower. Okay, so flamethrower on Derek's Mando for 1 damage and 1 strain. So Derek discards Get Behind Me for the strain. The last card in his deck. Oh, nice. And now Kyle's going to play Toxic Dart to deal the last damage. So no more cards in Derek's deck to discard for the strain. So that's going to kill Mando. So Boba picking up 2 big kills to match Derek's. But Kyle definitely behind in victory points here, even though he may have caught up in material a little bit. Also, it's Boba against Onar and IG-11, so it's still stacked against him a little bit. Derek at 33. Kyle does have Boba controlling 2 crates though, so that's good. But if Derek controls 1, 2, 3, 4, if Derek is going to be able to control the other 4 crates, that's going to be game over. Or if he takes out, you know, another figure. So let's see. This is IG-11. No, IG-11 already activated. I think we're seeing... So I see Tools for the Job being played. Oh, okay, so this is Bib Fortuna. Kyle's Bib Fortuna attacking Derek's IG-11, playing Tools for the Job since he's a smuggler. 1, 2... What is his attack profile? I forgot. It's actually really good. I remember that. Yeah, search for +2, search for Pierce 1 with a +1 accuracy boost. So that's actually really good. 6 Pierce 1, that would be. Versus 3 blocks, so 4 damage to IG. Oh, IG-11 is going to play parry to add an evade there. Or add a block. Since he's a guardian, gonna add an evade. That's gonna do 3 damage. Oh, there we go. Never mind. So Onar using Get Down to also add an evade. So that's gonna be just dealing 2 damage. All right, Derek activating Jabba. No, activating Onar. Onar going to attack Kyle's Jabba with tools and a focus. It's gonna be big. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I think he's 1 short unless he's got a hunter card. He's going to discard primary target for illicit arms. And does 9 damage. I suppose he couldn't rush him because he's not a small figure. Alright. Jabba going to move up, and it looks like he's going to bully IG-11 for 3 damage. Jawa going to come up and control a crate. Oh, Jawa's going to take a shot at Jabba. That's a long shot, but he's got +2 accuracy built in. Surge for +2 accuracy. No, that's way too far away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a miss. I think you'd have to roll like double 3s on it. But it made sense to take the shot. I mean, he wasn't doing anything else. Alright, initiative passing back to Kyle, who's going to be getting 4 VPs from Boba, and then Derek is getting 2 from the Jawa. So, let's see. Boba going to activate first. He's going to move over here. He's going to flamethrower on IG-11 and Onar, dealing 2 damage to each. and weaken to IG-11. And now it looks like he's going to attack IG-11. Oh no, he must be attacking Onar. So he's attacking Onar. He's going to use Get Down to stop the surge and only take 3 damage. And oh, that was it for Boba. So now IG-11 going to be able to rapid fire against Boba. Or is he going for Jabba? He must be going for Jabba. Oh yeah, he went for Jabba. So finishing off Jabba, getting the kill, going above 40. So that's the game. So Derek able to beat the Phoenix Mandalorian with the old-fashioned Mandalorian, just the disruptor rifle and the flamethrower. I think they're definitely a lot closer now after Phoenix was updated in January. I think Phoenix is still very good, but I think it makes sense to play either of them. I think the 8-point Mandalorian is a little tougher to play correctly because you have to manage his movement a bit more, and he doesn't have the jetpack to just get around obstacles. But I think he can do a lot for an 8-point figure, and I think they're very close. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that game. Thanks for Derek for sending it. Thanks for Kyle for playing the game in the top 8 and in the league, and we'll be back for more top 8 coverage from the competitive league.